News.
Good morning. We begin with breaking news from overseas overnight. At least 30 Australians are believed to be missing in Nepal after a catastrophic flash flood hit the Tibetan border. An avalanche of rock and ice triggered the torrential floods, destroying several villages and killing at least 95 people. Rescue helicopters have been unable to land until the waters recede. Nepal's Tourism Board has reported at least 350 foreign nationals missing as rescue teams on the ground sweep the affected areas. Police are investigating a shooting at Aspley overnight that left a 24-year-old man fighting for life with gunshot wounds to his groin. But there may have been a major bungle at the crime scene, with our camera operator finding a weapon in the front yard after officers had left.
A gun in plain sight in front of an Aspley home, not seen by police who'd spent hours scouring streets searching for clues in an overnight shooting.
Lord knows how many police here were last night with torches until 2 o'clock in the morning and again this morning. How did they get a gun around the corner and nobody seen that? It terrifies the out of me. That gun was laying, any one of these kids could have grabbed that gun.
It was found by our 7 News cameraman just across the road from where police did look before leaving.
I basically found it on a grassed area at the front of someone's house. It was 1-2 metres away from the actual public footpath. I was a bit in disbelief. I thought I had to do a double take. I was like, there's no way that's just sitting right there, is it?
It was. We called Police Link and officers returned, guarding the weapon until a specialist team arrived. In a statement, the service says forensic investigations are ongoing to determine whether the firearm is a functioning weapon, and it's too early to determine whether it's linked to the reported shooting, which happened earlier. A 24-year-old man shot in the groin.
And we just heard this massive bang, and then there was two, and we were like, okay, that's kind of weird, and then we just heard this screaming.
Somebody help, please. And even I've been shot, my leg.
Matt Gerard didn't know if the shooter was still on the street, but raced to help, using a towel to try to stop bleeding until paramedics arrived.
Just the adrenaline kicked in and I was like, I don't want this guy dying, on the front lawn.
It was just such a heroic act. They're amazing. Yeah, we're going to make them some biscuits to say thank you for being so brave.
The man was in a serious condition when he was brought to the Royal Brisbane and Women's Hospital. He's had surgery and is now stable, improving enough to speak with police. The circumstances and motive are still unclear. The shooter is still on the run. Mel Whiteman, 7 News.
The effectiveness of Victoria's adult time for adult crime laws are now in question after the first teenager charged under them walks free. The 16-year-old girl was caught after stealing a taxi at knife point before crashing it around 2 hours after the adult time laws came into effect. She was instead sentenced to an 18-month youth supervision order on the basis of a troubled upbringing and the absence of any criminal record. The safety of Sydney Airport is back in the spotlight this morning, with the number of near misses now climbing to 6 in just 1 month. 2 more close calls are under investigation. The incidents occurring on the tarmac at one of Australia's busiest airports. Experts say 6 near misses in an entire year would be alarming, let alone in just 4 weeks. Dolly Parton's incredible life continues to be remembered this morning, with tributes flowing from fans and fellow stars right across the world. Landmarks around Melbourne and the Empire State Building lighting up pink in her honour. Even the royal family paid a special tribute. So lovely. Let's go live now to Rob Scott, who's outside Dolly's home in Nashville. Now, Rob, a lot of broken hearts there and right around the world.
Yeah, certainly are, Mon, and lots of little tributes popping up all over Nashville for the Queen of Country, but the biggest by far was here until a couple of minutes ago outside her home on the outskirts of town, the home that she shared with her late husband for more than 40 years. There were flowers, there were cards, there were balloons from a steady stream of people who came, who've been coming all day. It's looking pretty bare now because, as you can see, it's just started to rain. And at the request of the family, worried that all those tributes would be ruined, security came just a few minutes ago, packed up those flowers and those cards and took them inside, and they tell us they'll be back out tomorrow as long as the rain stays off. But As you can see up the road here, a steady stream of cars as well, passing all day. Lots of people filming, playing Dolly music as they come past. So I think it won't be long before we see a whole new collection of tributes out here. And these are people from all walks of life. And that's the real magic of Dolly. It doesn't matter where you are, where you're from, who you are, how old you are, your race, your politics, your religion. It really didn't matter. She was really a uniting force, and not a bad word said about her.
Her presence, just her unapologetic attitude through her music, and just so giving, and I don't know, she just meant, I feel like everyone could connect with her on some levels.
I would say she's like the Mother Teresa of country music.
I just don't think it's real, but unfortunately it is. So she's an icon, and it's a sad day.
This might be sad to say, I cried harder for Dolly than I did my own mother.
Now, along with all those personal tributes from fans, there have been plenty from celebrities as well. One of the most profound, I think, is from Miley Cyrus. Dolly Parton was one of her favourite people, and she wrote today, "The feeling of losing my Aunt Dolly is beyond what feels right to share. I have an angel by my side. I always have." And in true Dolly tradition, Dollywood, the theme park named after her, is open for business today. The staff there say that she would have wanted the show to go on.
Yeah, isn't that lovely? And I think that Dolly was Miley's godmother as well, so obviously just meaning so much to so many people.
That was the word I was looking for,
It's fine. It's been a long day. Rob Scott, thank you. Chat with you throughout the morning. Thanks so much. Good to see you. We're checking Thursday's weather for you now. Brisbane, partly cloudy and 25. Sydney, cloudy and 19. Canberra, cloud clearing and 18. Melbourne, partly cloudy and 16. Hobart, possible late shower and 17. Adelaide, mostly sunny and 19. Perth, showers easing and 18 degrees. And in Darwin, a sunny 34 degrees.